All right, new chapter 1055, and this is a good one. This is the kind of meat. This is the kind of juicy meat that we wait for at the end of the arc.
Yes, it is.
Like where we get more lore drops. Big stuff going on this chapter, and I want to start off with the juiciest bits.
The juiciest bits. What is the juiciest bits?
Well, I mean, this whole chapter is all juicy, but
it's not all pulp, but we got some.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. What
all right.
is it?
So
let me hear it.
Wano has literal walls around it, and Pluton is buried deep into Wano. I think that's pretty big. I think for a long time we've been wondering, or at least I've been wondering, like, what does it mean to open the borders of Wano?
Yeah. Because what could have been thought of was like, oh, he just has like a barricade around, or just it's off limits and that's it.
Yeah, and I know you can point at like, oh well, it's really hard to get in the country, but why? Why is it so hard to get into the country?
So fucking tall.
And as it turns out, artificial walls, as in probably a devil fruit of some kind, created these walls to close off Wano. Why? Probably to hide Pluton. Okay, and Pluton's been sunk. Maybe it's a battleship. That's all we really know about it. A battleship like no one's ever seen, capable of destroying entire islands. Right? We know Frankie has the blueprints memorized, or at least that's my running theory.
He has to. No, he has to. There's no way.
Like, there's no way he just, like, they made such a big deal about the blueprints for Frankie to burn it.
And knowing that all that time, all those years, he didn't even look at him. He didn't even, like, memorize him. He's like, oh, look, maybe a little nuance. No, he memorized them. He's got him down. Sure. He's got him down.
What I would expect is that Pluton, whenever it gets unleashed, is probably going to be in a state of disrepair.
Probably most likely, yeah. And there's one thing that there, I forgot who said this, was like, whoa, well, why would Odin like hide it after you tear down the walls and stuff like that? Like,
oh no, Robin right now in this chapter was asking, like, why would Odin want to bring down the walls to unleash Pluton?
Because he wanted to. Well, just in case, like, if you already have a barrier, a defense, you know, the next defense is offense, super offense. You know, you got Pluton right there.
Oh yeah, that's true. See, that's the thing, because whenever you hear like Odin before this, Odin saying, "Oh yeah, we got to open up the borders of Wano," it makes it sound like pretty straightforward. Like, oh, he wants to welcome the outside world to Wano and bring it up. But now it's almost like a threat. Like Odin was thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna bring this down so we can get that ship out. He learned something on his travels in the New World, and
was it how to operate Pluton? Do you think so?
He learned about its importance, if nothing else.
Okay.
And if there's any prophecy involved, then he probably learned about Joy Boy, like the new generation. The new generation is going to be coming in, and maybe he thought his son could be one of those people. He could be
with the little mini flashbacks. It looks like it's starting to be it. I mean, he could hear voices. He could like talk to them.
No, he's definitely important.
Just like Luffy.
Yeah.
Or is this everything that Zoans have in common?
The voice of all things?
Yeah.
No. Kobe has a voice of all things. And so does a little girl in Skypiea. And I think Enel, technically.
More juice. More Pope, though.
More juice. What else do you like? What else do you like this chapter?
Freaking Red Hair Shanks releasing his Kankurosaki just to be like, oh, and somehow relaying information and words.
Yeah, I thought
like a radio.
That was pretty hype. I think.
What does that mean?
That tells me it's another like level to Conquerors, because we know. Well, here's what we know about Conquerors.
Okay.
When we've seen other people use it, before it was just kind of, oh, I just unleash a wave of energy, basically, that can, if it overcomes your own will,
just knock out.
It'll knock you out.
Yeah.
So, in a sense, another way of looking at now that this happened is that you're reaching out into the minds of other people and overcoming them with your own force, right? So what if you were able to fine tune that? You're able to overcome someone's consciousness with your own voice, with a more subtle touch. You're able to communicate your thoughts via distance. Because that's sort of what it seems to me like. Shanks was really far away.
He was outside. He
was miles away.
Yeah, he was miles away.
And his hockey reached that far. Like, I think the panel illustrated just how far it was going. like the little black lightning. It was reaching far.
Yeah, he was G'd out. Like he had his whole leg up and like he had his hand on the sword and he was just like
exactly. And he was talking, not screaming until the very end. He wasn't yelling. So how did Green Bull hear that? Because he's transmitting the thought, like that little bzzz panel that happened. That's Shanks like connecting with his mind, basically transmitting his own thoughts.
That's very interesting. I don't know if it's like pure telekinesis, or maybe just the lightning talking. You never know.
I mean, it could be.
It could be, but like.
But here's the thing.
Okay.
In that panel, one panel you have Green Bull saying like, "Who the fuck is that?" And then you see the zzz, and like right as he's saying that, he's like, "The red hair pirates, I'm fucking out of here."
Yeah.
Like as soon as that zzz happened, he.
But he was trying to act tough though. He was like, "Oh, but you know, I could throw hands, but like another day, you know."
I don't know, like I didn't get enough sleep last night. You know,
man's body's the beast, pirates and all the ninjas, and he's like, "Oh, nah." So like now, we got levels to this now. So now we know that Shanks is definitely stronger than Green Bull.
Oh, for sure. I don't think anyone really assumed that an admiral could take on a Yonko. I don't think so.
Okay, nah. I think it can. Come on, that's too much. That one's too much. That one's too much.
In general,
Kizaru, really? Kizaru.
Take on.
I mean, David Bacon was like, ooh,
what the fuck about?
Yeah, it was basically doing that, but like.
Oh no, it's Ben. Ben Beckman. Yeah. Obviously.
Okay, maybe. Okay, maybe.
He was joking.
Oh, okay.
Also,
yeah.
I don't know. Ben Beckman last chapter looked pretty intimidating.
He was just sitting down. What do you mean?
He looked fucking boss as fuck just sitting down. Like. I don't know, man.
Like if it was like that meme was like, sorry King, I don't disagree with you. He has like all those muscles and he's like typing. Maybe fine, but like no, he was just laying there. He was just sitting there.
Dude, I'm low key pretty hyped. No one really pays attention to Ben Beckman too much.
He's a super Israeli. You already know that. He's already that.
Bro, exactly. He's second in command to Shanks. You know he's a boss. You know he's a boss.
I just want to see my big belly boy, the one that he might have taken a teleporting fruit.
Oh, you're talking about like meat guy?
Meat guy, yeah, the guy with the meat, yeah.
And last chapter we finally saw him finish the meat.
Oh yeah,
because I feel like every time we saw him in a panel, he's always like biting into a big chunk of meat. But then finally last chapter we see that he just had the bone left over. So, congrats to him. Took him 20 years to finish that meat stick.
So yeah, anyway. Communication through conquerors. That's a very interesting concept.
Yeah.
I think maybe I don't think it's telekinetic yet. Maybe that could be done with like a combo with observation. You never know. Maybe it could be.
What if by the end of the series Luffy is able to transmit his thoughts to the entire world?
That's too much. I think
he just has like a huge message to give, and he gives it to the entire world.
It's got to be like, I don't know. I feel like he had to be holding like a radio tower or something. That's so interesting.
It's like
it's possible. I'm not denying it, but what I'm saying is like, I don't know about that.
Because when Luffy accomplishes what he accomplishes, the whole world needs to know.
They always know. They always know.
I know, but it's like through newspapers and stuff, and it like kind of
could be manipulated.
What if he just like transmits it directly to everyone? Maybe I've just been reading or watching too much spoilers a little bit, but whatever. Yes. Okay, the Green Bull fight itself.
Yes.
Okay, there's a few things I liked about it. One, the Scabbers got bodied. I think they needed
super bodied. Not even like body a little bit, like super body.
No, they like. I love that Raizo was like a little flame attack, and he's like, what?
He's like, come on.
What kind of an idiot has a weakness that obvious? And meanwhile, you have Crocodile.
I was literally about to say Crocodile. Like, come on, bro. He didn't even think about it.
No. Like, in shambles.
He's in shambles. He is really. No, he really is. It's like I rewatched the Marineford arc, and like I see like Crocodile like looking down. He's like, and then like Luffy's wet, obviously. You're to the preparations. Like, yeah, dumbass. Yeah, it's easy work. Like, come on. Like, going back to Green Bull real quick. From a little sapling, he could reproduce. He could like remake his own body.
I like it.
He's a Logia. He is, so that can make sense. But like, damn.
Because that whole forest building stuff, that's not actually him. His Logia is nature. He has a nature fruit.
Yeah.
And so that is an intangible concept. Well, so yeah, you can destroy all the trees or whatever, and maybe it'll hurt him, but the spirit of nature, which is what it kind of seemed like was going on, was just like, yeah, whatever. Which should be in. I don't know how that's gonna interact with Zoro when eventually they're gonna fight. 100% they're gonna fight.
Him and Greenbow?
Yeah.
How do you know him and Greenbow are gonna fight?
Here's the big government fights that are gonna happen. There's gonna be obviously Luffy versus Akainu, right? That's gotta happen. Then you have Sanji versus Kizaru.
Come on.
Obviously. Yeah. And so who does that leave? Fujitora? No. Fujitora's gonna turn. Fujitora's gonna turn.
Maybe. You never know. Fujitora, like, he still hasn't laid that much dick down yet.
No, but Fujitora, like, he said, fuck you.
Oh, wait, does Greenbow have a sword? I forgot.
Yes, he does.
Okay, fine. Okay, like, maybe. Okay.
I mean, that's really all the evidence you need. Which one has the sword? Oh, it's Greenbow? Okay.
Yeah.
Greenbow's gonna fight Zoro.
Okay. You know what? Okay, fine. Okay. I can see it. But then Kizaru comes in with his light sword, though. And Kizaru had his fucking foot on his head like a bitch.
Okay.
So he might want to retaliate because of that. Maybe, you never know. But
fair enough.
It makes sense that Kizaru and Sanji. I'm not gonna like discredit that, but I'm just saying there is still a probability.
Because Kizaru also emphasized his kicks. Yeah. Also, his light speed. And Sanji's thing is speed.
It is.
I think that's just like an easy matchup.
That is an easy matchup.
We had Momo finally using Blast Breath. Finally showing some, like, I mean, he's been showing conviction this whole arc.
Yeah, he has.
You know, and I love to see it. This is,
and also him saying specifically that, oh no, we have to like protect it, because if we rely too much on Luffy, rely on outside forces, then Wano's nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and I think that's a thought that I've had about other countries. Like, okay, when the Straw Hats leave,
like they have nothing. Like Vivi just there. She's like no.
Like what? I guess Pell can tank a whole nuke, so that's a pretty powerful front line.
That is.
But not strong enough to stop Cobra from dying.
Not strong enough. Oh, we still got
Yeah.
That's still going on.
Yeah. But yeah, Momo. Growing up, it's good to see him, and I think we can finally confirm Yamato Straw Hat. And Momo's gonna stay. So Jerry, I got a box of tissues here that I can send your way.
Are you sure about that though? Are you sure about
Momo's that? Like after this panel with Momo saying, "Oh, like I got to give you a proper send off," and
he did say that.
Wano has to stand here alone, like without the help of like outsiders. We have to be able to do. That is 100% guarantee for me. Momo is staying in Wano to be the ruler that his dad should have been, as I had been pushing for. And Yamato's going to join the crew, which I've wanted. Or no, sorry.
No, I wanted that.
Sorry. Yes, yeah. Let me
retract this. What do you mean?
Which I feared would be the case.
Trying to take my dubs? Okay, keep going.
Which I feared would be the case, but I did not want. Actually,
yeah, you specified
I felt that it would happen, that Yamato was being pushed for crewmate, but I don't think she's earned it. She hasn't had enough story focus.
I think in her like I think if there is one problem with Wano, it wasn't as emotionally charged as I thought it was gonna be, and maybe Yamato would have changed that a bit, but
here's the thing: Yamato was not seen. Was not mentioned, not even mentioned, until the raid was actively underway. And that's just the weird part. Like, it's such a long arc, and there was not a single mention of Yamato at all. Yeah. At all. So then when Yamato gets introduced,
I mean, Wano's like it's closed off. You never know. Like,
but it's not. It's just from a story perspective.
You could have had
Yamato, I don't know, sneaking around the island a little bit, helping in other ways, and then the reveal that it's the son. Or I don't know. It could have been any number of ways to introduce Yamato before we actually meet Yamato.
Yeah,
and find out because once the raid started, again, we didn't really see much of Yamato. Like when Yamato was introduced, I loved the character design. I loved the attitude. I was excited to see where that character went, and we didn't get much. Yamato was a cheerleader for Momo, and was strong. Had a cool devil fruit.
Yeah. She was kind of treated like a cheerleader, and she was really strong. That's another thing. She was going at one point head to head with Kaido, literally.
Yeah, that's really, really good.
Yeah.
Point being, I don't feel that we got enough of their character for them to just suddenly be, okay, you're a Straw Hat. You're going with the Straw Hats now.
Mm-hmm.
There is still time in One Piece overall for us to get to know Yamato and see how they fit with the crew. So yeah, I'm interested in seeing that. I hope we get a lot of that.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I'm not that excited about Yamato joining.
Okay.
Couple last things.
What do you want to say?
One, obviously, the road poneglyph.
The load poneglyph.
Road? I don't know. It could go either way in Japan. but you got to share that load.
Yes. Ooh.
They got 3.
Talking about loads. Raizo. He sucked out of him. He's so clenching.
Greenbow got him.
That's what I was thinking about. Yeah, Greenbow really just keeps on sucking the life. That's it.
But yeah, we got the road poneglyph.
So that means we got 3 now, right? We got 3
out of 4. And here's something that I've been waiting for, honestly.
Okay.
Like a small little thing.
All right.
So, if your goal is to find X on the map, right? To find Raftel, where's that island?
Yeah.
You don't need 4.
Well, are you gonna be like, it was gonna triangle locate? Like, no, I don't think so.
Okay, so like, say you have 3 points, like, you obviously create a triangulation. It's very easy.
okay.
Like, you don't need a 4th one.
But you never know. It could be saying like, it could be like the first one could be something stupid like, okay, this is introduction, guys, in case you guys don't know how to use the poneglyphs. It could be something dumb like that. Like, it could be like a readme.
I mean, maybe.
The first
maybe it could like the road poneglyphs are gonna create an X, a whole X. But
that'd be dumb. I don't want to see that.
If you have 3, then you already got a whole quadrant, right?
Right.
So why would you need a 4th? Like, why hasn't anyone found Raftel?
Because
no one's gotten 3.
Yeah, it makes sense. Well, one is in Wano, protected by Kaido. Come on, Jesus Christ. Next one is protected by Big Mom. The first one, where was it? With was that the one in the desert, right?
Was that Alabasta?
No, okay, because I kind of lost my train of thought. So
basically, you're saying like, oh, well, how would anyone have possibly gotten all 3?
Yeah. One in Zo, literally in Zo, like a walking fucking island that no one knows about, and then 2 of the other ones guarded by fucking Yonkos. Come on.
Okay, but
come on.
All the same, if you have one road poneglyph, that gives you a starting point. You're a Yonko. You have a fleet at your service to comb the seas. Why has it not been found? These are like
honestly, I don't know. Even like that makes no sense to me either.
Because Fernie, if you have a triangulation,
but what if Kaido moved it? You already saw him picking up a fucking whole island.
No. Kaido did not find.
But they said no. But they were saying they're like, God's Valley, it disappeared. Like, no, come on, like it's possible. Like, you never know.
Okay, but I mean that's a different mystery, right?
Okay, fine, yeah.
So, what if, as I've been a proponent for, Raftel is not on the X and Y plane, which is the C, but the Z plane. So the 4th road poneglyph could be a Z-axis location.
Okay.
I think Raftel could be in space. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon.
No, we're not going to the no.
Diamond hands onto the thousand.
Are you telling me our last antagonist is freaking Enel? We're going back to him?
Enel did go to space. He found an ancient civilization there that were.
He found low people. He's like.
He found hieroglyphics, drawings of the ancient people that looked suspiciously like Sky Islanders.
Suspiciously, like there are Sky Islanders.
Basically, that's where Sky Islanders came from.
Mm-hmm.
They came from one of the many moons of the One Piece world. I think we would be remiss if we never went to space. I think that'd be dope as fuck. I think it'd be great.
We do have a lot of moons. And potentially those moons actually have atmospheres and maybe different worlds. You never know.
Could be.
I admit that. All right. I was thinking more of a Sky Island type deal, but okay.
But we already been to a Sky Island, right?
Space Island.
We have Sky Island. We have Fishman Island. We got above the sea, under the sea, at the sea. Like, where could Raftel be? That's like a fantastical location that somehow remained hidden.
Rainbow Road.
Right.
This is where we're going.
You know what? I'm okay with the Rainbow Road.
Rainbow Road.
Piece. Yeah. But anyway. 3 road poneglyphs. That's pretty fucking huge.
Okay, yeah. So now we should, if the 3 just point at the next one, maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. One just points at one, like specifically where it is, and then the next one, and goes into like, so it's like an order thing. Maybe it could be.
But we just never got an explanation from.
We never did
from Robin.
Robin never really talked. Like, I don't. Maybe it's a good thing about Oda. But Oda is now revealing his little secrets, so
yeah, he's trying to. I'm hoping Robin actually explains what she's seeing in these road poneglyphs exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Another little tidbit.
All right.
Is that little shadow when Shanks is talking about the new generation? He has a panel of Luffy as a kid, a panel of Momo as a kid, a panel of Hiyori as a kid, and then a 4th panel that looks like it gets cut off. But when we find out more about Shanks, I'm sure that's going to be a flashback that is being foreshadowed right now. So, not much to say about it. It's a shadow, but I think it's something to look forward to. One final thing that I wanted to point out.
Okay.
Shanks, I think, in this chapter doesn't seem to be as sinister as he was last chapter.
That is true. Yeah, we were complaining. We were saying like.
No, I wasn't complaining. I was a little shocked, a little hyped that he seems so sinister.
But you never know because it's still very
He definitely still has plans. He's definitely using Luffy or guiding Luffy in a way. He's not being forthcoming with his actions.
I think the right word is
sneaky butthole.
It's not sneaky butthole. I don't even think. I don't, because Luffy's doing all this off his free will. That's the thing.
100%. But at the same time, I don't think Shanks has been honest with Luffy.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And his actions were done intentionally to influence Luffy in a certain direction. I think that's true, while also believing that Shanks is doing this for a greater good that he believes in. So, one final prediction. What's going to happen next chapter?
Next chapter, we're going to see Greenbow and how he leaves the island. You know, we got freaking Koichi, like, with his bicycle. You never know. Greenbow might have his own little thing. His own little, like, maybe motorcycle. You know, he's got his glasses.
He flies with the flower. We already saw that.
Damn, you're right. Damn, okay, whatever.
All right. That's your lock of the week.
That's my lock of the week. What about you?
I think we're finally going to see the chapter where Yamato officially joins his crew. And Jinbei joins the crew. That's next chapter.
Oh, that's right. Jinbei still hasn't.
That's my lock of the week.
All right.
And that's it. That's it for 10:55, 10:56. Next week, no break.
No break? There we go.
All right.